What's going on, world? It's your boy SenseiRip, and I'm back again with another video. Today we got a clip from Dr. Umar Johnson responding to Shannon Sharpe's latest interview with TMZ, where he was asked his thoughts on LeBron James allowing Bronny to take a snow bunny to prom. So y'all know how we do. Let's check out Umar's response, and I'm gonna meet y'all afterwards with my commentary. So make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, and let's get into it.
Shannon made a video not mentioning me by name, saying that he got an issue with people who got an issue with the fact that LeBron James, a role model in the black community, someone who I have a lot of respect for, has kept his nose clean, a very good example of what a black man should be. Salute to LeBron James. Very good example of what a black man should be. And I simply took issue with the fact that LeBron James let his son, young Bronny, shout out to Bronny, shout out to Savannah, shout out to the whole family. They allowed their son to go on the prom with a white girl. I disagreed with it. I thought it was irresponsible for LeBron James to do that. LeBron James occupies a position of respect and influence in our community. I thought it would have been one heaven of a message had Bronny James went on that prom with a black girl. Now, many in the celebrity community came to LeBron James's defense because they, just like LeBron James used to have, or maybe Bronny has now, Shannon Sharpe has, snow bunny fever. And I understand that snow bunny fever is a real issue in the black community. I understand that a lot of our black male celebrities have snow bunny fever. Somebody sent me a picture of Jamie Foxx all over some white girl. Okay, these black men are role models to our sons. Celebrities do not get a pass from Dr. Umar Tunde. These black men are role models to our sons. They are influencing the way the next generation of black men will behave. And for the most part, they are very responsible. Very responsible. Shannon Sharpe, very responsible. Okay? LeBron James, very responsible. Jalen Rose, very responsible. Stephen A. Smith, very responsible. I have nothing to say negative about the way in which those gentlemen live their lives and carry on their business. Very successful black men. I'm glad to see them in those positions. But what I cannot condone, what I will not approve, I will not validate, and nor will I turn a blind eye to black male celebrities who promote white women in front of black women. I will not support it. LeBron James was wrong. I don't give a damn if he don't like it or not. That boy had no business going on a prom with a white girl. And you snow bunny fever fraternity Negroes out there, you snow bunny fever fraternity Negroes out there, coming up with excuses such as he goes to a predominantly white school. He goes to a predominantly white school. Dr. Umar, young Bronny, goes to a predominantly white school. So how can you expect him not to have a white prom date? That's interesting because as a former principal and a former assistant principal, and as someone who has been in schools for 25 years, I never knew that there was a prom rule that said you could only take a student from your school to the prom. I've never known that there was a rule that says you can only take students from your school on the prom. That is a cop-out. It is an excuse. No disrespect to the young prince. I respect him. Looking forward to him playing in the NBA with his father. They'll be the first father-son duo that I can remember who played in the NBA together. They deserve that. The black community deserves that. Nothing but love and support for LeBron James, young Bronny in the family. Nothing but love and support for Shannon Sharpe. I'm simply saying that I reserve the right to disagree with black men who don't have a problem with other black men or their sons. Or their sons choosing white women over black women. Most black women will never get married. If most black women will never get married, that means that many of the families in the black community that should have been will never be. If most black women will never get married, many of the families in the black community that should have been created will never get created. This is not about caping for black women. This is not about attacking our celebrities. Nothing but respect for Lebron. Nothing but respect for Shannon Sharpe. Nothing but respect for Jalen Rose. But I took issue with brother Jalen when he married the white woman. He has a school in Detroit. Shout out to him. Charter school, the Jalen Rose Academy. I know some parents who have children who go to the Jalen Rose Academy. But you are from Detroit. Detroit is arguably the most revolutionary black city in America. Detroit is arguably the most revolutionary black city in America. How do you open up a charter school for black kids and then parade a white woman in front of those black children? It's unacceptable. Am I throwing Jalen Rose out? No. Very respectable, well-spoken brother. Am I canceling him? Am I casting dispersions on his character as a man? No. Am I casting dispersions on the character of LeBron James? I am not. Am I in any way disrespecting his prince? Of course not. I have children. Of course not. I have children. Am I somehow saying that we should not respect Shannon Sharpe? I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying Shannon Sharpe, as well-spoken and articulate as he is, he should know better than to be out there running around with white girls. LeBron James, with the position of influence that he has in the black community, he should know better than let his son go to a prom with a white girl. All those black girls in Los Angeles, let's not use the excuse it ain't enough black girls at the school. Let's not use that excuse. I went to 3 PWIs. I attended 3 predominantly white colleges. I went to Millersville University in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, predominantly white. Lehigh University, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, predominantly white. Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, predominantly white. There were white girls who were attracted to me in undergrad. There were white girls who were attracted to me in graduate school. There were white girls attracted to me in my doctoral program. I've always had white women who were interested in a romance with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I've always had that. They bought me clothes. They slid stuff under my door. They invited me out to dinner. They offered me cookies from their cookie jar. They left cards on my desk in the middle of class for everybody to see it. Yes, I had white women pursue me at every level of education. At the 3 PWIs that I attended. Yes. Did I date a single one? I did not. Did I disrespect them? I did not. I respect all human beings. But I did not date any of them. Were some of them attractive? Absolutely. Some of them were built just like black women. Some of them grew up with black women. Those white women were not unattractive at all. They were 5'5", thick in the thighs, but they were Caucasian. They were 5'5", thick in the thighs, but they were Caucasian. They were 5'5", thick in the thighs, but they were Caucasian. And I did not have intercourse with any of them. Ever. Okay? So don't tell me because you go to a white school, you don't get to control who you date. Black men date white girls because you don't value black women. And if you don't value black women, you also have very little self-esteem as a black man as well when it comes to race. You may have a lot of self-esteem athletically. You may have a lot of self-esteem economically. You may have a lot of self-esteem socially. You may have a lot of self-esteem academically. But when it comes to your Africanity, you have low self-esteem. If you believe that the black woman is less than the white woman, you also believe the black man is less than the white man. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. If you believe the white woman is better than the black woman, then you believe the white man is better than you. And that's why you date a white woman. You're trying to prove to yourself that you are equal. You're trying to prove to yourself that you are worthy. You're trying to convince your unconscious to believe that since you have a white woman on your arm, as Jesse Jackson would say, I must be somebody. Because you got a white woman on your arm, I must be somebody. And my celebrities, my football players, my basketball players, I'm holding you accountable. I'm the only scholar who's going to do it because most other people in the so-called black conscious community, they date outside the race too. That's why I'm the only person, scholar or grassroots conscious community personality. Can't say activist because they don't do no damn activism. All they do is make YouTube videos. There is no activism in black consciousness. But for my celebrities and my entertainers, my musicians, I'm going to hold you accountable. Black boys are watching you because many of them don't have a father at home because of America's war against the black man. Because of America's war against the black man, so many black boys are watching our black male entertainers and athletes. What you do, they will do. What you find acceptable, they will find acceptable. What you ignore, they will ignore. What you value, they will value. And with all these black male celebrities valuing white women over and above black women, with all these black male celebrities valuing white women over and above black women, you are socializing an entire generation of black boys to believe that white women are more valuable than black women. That's the danger, Shannon Sharpe, of your white girlfriend. That's the danger, LeBron James, of letting your son go to the prom with a white girl. That's the danger, Jalen Rose, of your white ex-wife. And stop telling me who people date is their business. Stop telling me who people date is their business. Stop telling me who people date is their business. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. See, that might be true in the European culture. That might be true in the European culture. That might be true in the European culture. But let me tell you about African culture. Shout out to my Nigerian Africans, my Swaziland, Eswatini Africans, my South Africans. Shout out to my Congolese and my Somalian Africans. Shout out to my Senegalese Africans, my Ghanaian Africans. Shout out to my Togolese and my Benin Africans, my Zambia and Gambia, Botswana and Namibia Africans. One race, family. One. Shout out to my Jamaican Africans, my Brazilian Africans, my Turks and Caicos Africans, my Africans in Mexico and Ecuador, all my Central and South American Africans. Let me say this. In African culture, everything you do is subject to evaluation and criticism by the Council of Elders. Let me say it again. Let me educate these celebrities one time. Who I date is my business. Sorry, my brother Shannon Sharpe. Who you date is not your business. Why? Because if a community is made up of families, and families are made up of individuals, if a community is made up of families, and families are made up of individuals, if a community is made up of families and families are made up of individuals, how can what you do not be any of my business? One of the biggest problems we have as African people is thinking what goes on in our house doesn't concern other black people. What do you think the word community means? What do you think the word community means? What do you think the word community means? Common unity. In order for there to be a common unity, we have to understand that what we do affects each other. You marry a white woman. Y'all have a mixed race African child. That mixed race African child grows up thinking they white. They identify as white. They identify with the white power structure, and now they get used as a weapon of the white power structure against all black people. How is that your business? How is your child thinking that they're white I got a van that just pulled up. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I ain't worrying about it. I'm packing. I ain't worrying about it. I'm packing. They could try that if they want. Rest in paradise to my Buffalo Africans who lost their life. Rest in paradise to my Charleston, South Carolina Africans. Rest in paradise. I wish they would try me. If my mama got to cry over a casket, I swear to God, a snow bunny will be crying over a casket too. If my mom got to cry over a casket, I swear to God, a snow bunny gonna cry over a casket too. Brothers and sisters, getting back to my point. What you do, the decisions you make affect all black people. You don't believe me? You don't think the decisions you make affect all black people? You don't think the decisions you make affect all black people? You don't think the decisions you make affect all black people? Let me ask you a question. You marrying outside the race is one less black man for a black woman. How don't that affect the whole black community? If a black woman raises her daughter to think black men ain't ish, now that girl gets into every relationship with a black man and develops a toxic relationship. If a black man teaches his son that black women ain't nothing but bitches and hoes. If a black man teaches his son that a black woman ain't nothing but bitches and hoes, now that black boy goes into relationships with every black girl, disrespecting them, not trusting them, withholding his heart from them. Everything we do affects everybody else. Why do you think they call it a universe? Do you know what the word universe means? Uni means one. Verse, we move together. Universe, all things move in harmony with everything else. There is no separation, brothers and sisters. There is no separation, brothers and sisters. There is no separation. Shannon Sharpe's decisions affect black people. Dr. Umar's decisions affect black people. LeBron James' decisions affect black people. What are we talking about? Who I date is my business. What I do in my house is my business. No, it's not. No, it's not. Those children in your house are part of a community. And what you do to them, they will come outside and do to other black people. We're dealing with black on black crime in epidemic proportions right now. We're dealing with black on black crime in epidemic proportions right now. We're dealing with black on black crime in epidemic proportions. Why you think them boys out here killing? Why they out here killing? Don't you know it started in the house? Who taught them it was okay to kill? Or who didn't give them enough love at home so they felt like they had to come outside and kill? What do you mean your personal decisions are not black America's business? What do you mean your personal decisions are not black America's business? Shannon Sharpe, you know better than that. Shannon Sharpe, you my brother, I respect you. You know better than that. You know better than that. Nobody's coming down on LeBron. Nobody's coming down on Jalen. Nobody's coming down on Shannon. All we saying is what you do affects the race. You are in a position of influence. Choose carefully. And if you say to me, Dr. Umar, I don't give a damn what black women think about what I do. I don't care if black girls look at me and start questioning themselves, because that's what this is really about. Do black girls matter? That's the only question. That's what I'm asking black male celebrities. That's what I'm asking Kanye West. That's what I'm asking Jalen Rose. That's what I'm asking Shannon Sharpe. Do black girls matter? Because if black girls matter, you should be a little uncomfortable about parading white women around for them to see it.
Well, let's talk about it, y'all. That was Dr. Umar responding to Shannon Sharpe, defending LeBron James over allowing Bronny to take a white girl to prom. So, in typical fashion, like Umar, man, he's very unapologetic in his stance, like I've stated before. And it's no shock or surprise that, Dr. Umar felt the need to explain why he feels the way he feels, man. I respect the fact that Dr. Umar is consistent and he stands on his opinion. At the end of the day, we all have to find a way to agree to disagree. I will admit that Dr. Umar makes some valid points in regards to celebrities, right, and who they choose to deal with. I understand, like I said before in the previous video, this is a sensitive subject, a sensitive topic, and there are a lot of things that like I said in the past, Dr. Umar, he makes valid points, but then you look at certain things that he does in the real world, and you have a lot of questions about what is he doing, outside of just contributing lives and lectures. What is he doing to help the black community in his way he see fit, right? So like I said, I'm just curious about what you guys think about this. I didn't think it would get to this point where Dr. Umar felt compelled to respond in a couple lives, but here we are. I mean, like I asked you before, you guys let me know in the comment section below. Do you agree with Umar's point of view? Do you think he has a point? Or are you on the side of, individuals who believe that, what you do in your business and under your household is your business, And that's the one thing that I'm very mindful of, is that at the end of the day, if you're going to have a public opinion and you put it on the platform, it's a two-way street, right? You're not the only one that has an opinion, so that means you have to also be open to criticism. You get me, Dr. Umar? So the same way it's okay for LeBron James, right, Shannon Sharpe, and many others to face criticism over who they date, then it should be okay for you, sir, to face criticism over a school that's supposed to have been built a few years ago. All right? That's how I view it. You can't have one without the other. And that's just how I feel. It's almost summertime 2022. Where the hell is FDMG? We're waiting. Our kids are waiting. Our people are waiting. We need you. How much more time do we have left before we see the benefits of this school? Because LeBron James just made a pop-up visit to his school. Kids was happy. You should have seen that footage. Man, oh man. Kids love LeBron. We would love to see Dr. Umar show up with his grand opening for his school so we all can come and support, man. I know, I'm just being a little funny. I hope y'all agree or disagree. Let me know in the comment section below. But that's my perspective in all of this. Like I said, man, we're just going to have to agree to disagree when it comes to opinions. But at the end of the day, it's a valid argument to be made. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know in the comment section, who do you agree with? Shannon Sharpe? Right? And those that's been defending LeBron James? Or are you with Dr. Umar, regardless of his criticisms that he faced in the past over this FDMG school? So my name is SenseiRip. I appreciate y'all for supporting me and this channel on this platform. And I will continue to bless y'all with more dope commentary. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch y'all at the next upload. Till next time, my name is SenseiRip. Peace.